Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Right, we have got another little project for me and Jack. It's just a small job, so it's going to be a really quick video. What we've got to do in here is we've got to put a socket down here, a socket on this side for the running machine, and then we're going to put a few spur on to put a 4-foot strip lighting, another LED one in there. Now it's got a older type board. It's got, well, it's a 16th edition board, so we're going to be running this all off the ring. So we're going to split the ring down there. But yeah, so if you haven't subscribed, now if you don't mind doing that, smash the link in the corner, because obviously I've been looking at the analytics and I think over 80% of people watching don't subscribe, so I don't know why, but it helps the channel grow. It's completely free, so before you do any more, smash that link for me. Right, so what we've got here, we've got the ring main here, which we've already tested. So the ring main, we're going to split that. Now this is all original from the day it was built, so that's got a block straight on top of it. Now that is not ideal, so I'm obviously not going to be chopping all that off. So what I'm going to do is going to split the ring here, bring that up, Wago that up there so it's out of the way, and then I'm going to bring it along, drop down that end and drop down this end. Now that is the original light on there, so I'm going to make this safe. Now also, because it's a 16th edition board, I cannot get any of the parts for it because they don't manufacture them anymore. I've tried to source them, can't source it. It is what it is. So this is why it's all going to be run off the ring main. So I've done my testing because it literally hasn't been touched since the day it was installed. So I've done my testing because I wasn't entirely sure whether the RCD is going to trip out in time, and it does. So it's always good practice to do that before you even start any job whatsoever. So what we're going to do now, we're going to get Jack, he's going to be putting all the back boxes on, get those sorted. We're going to run it in conduit, I think, that's the plan. So we're going to run it in conduit, get that ran up, we'll get all those bits sorted first, we'll get the laser level out, make sure all my runs are all nice and straight. And yeah, so we'll get stuck into those. We'll catch up with you once we've got those little bits, all the back boxes and stuff on. Right, so what we've done, the SIM card, believe it or not, has actually gone mental and just deleted some of the stuff we've already recorded. Don't know why. So what we've done, we've got the Jack's just been and sorted that lot out. So yes, the twin and earth can be a bit of a pain in the arse getting it in with the conduit sort of thing, but I just prefer it. I think it looks better. So what we're going to do is, rather than having that brick, that cable there on the right hand side that comes through, we're going to cut it up there, because I was going to put it in a Wago, but I've changed my mind, and we're going to pull it back because it all comes in through here, which I didn't realise, and then we're going to drop it down into this one. So that's going to come down into there, and then I'm going to change this over here and put the light switch, which is obviously the fuse spur, at that point, and then run that on the surface. So then that eliminates at least one of those cables is then gone that's been crushed. But it's amazing that that's been signed off like that from day one. I find that a bit weird, that. So like I say, because it's lost some of the recording, don't know why, but we've took down the old strip light, so that's gone. We've put it in a Wago. Now the switch line, yes, we could have took that out completely, but I've just put that into a Wago, joined all three together, because if it does get commissioned, now on there, I know there's faults on that lighting circuit because I did a couple of tests, you know, on it anyway, and there is faults on it. So at some stage it might be reinstated if fault finding's carried out and all the rest of it. So it's always there rather than just rip the whole thing out. So it's safe now anyway, that's the main thing. So yeah, so what we'll do, we'll crack on, we'll get that little lot sorted over there. Hopefully this is recorded and it's not going to wipe it out, because it's very annoying when that happens. But yeah, so we'll get cracking. I've got to turn the power off, but because the clients are both working from home, it's a little bit more awkward, so we've got to try and do it as quickly as possible. So the next stage for us is just to get this light up, so we'll sort that out with you now. Right, so what we're doing now, Jack's Jack's going to be, he's just fitting up the strip light. Now I've already clipped along here using the DeWalt stapler all the cable clips, so I'm going to start running all this back in and trying to get it all ready before we kill all the power on there. Plenty. So right, so we're going to put a stuffing gland on this end as well, just to, because we can then make sure it's all sealed up as best it can be on there. But yeah, so we've actually got a really cool video coming out soon as well, where we are actually going to be setting fire to a 18th edition Hager board that's fully loaded. It's all, I'm going to get Jack to wire it up as if it's a normal house. So we're going to be, putting a ring final in there, a radial circuit and some other bits, mount it up, and then we're actually going to be testing a fire suppressor on it and showing you how effective they are in obviously fire prevention and things like the importance of them. So that's a real cool video. So if like I say, if you haven't subscribed, you make sure you subscribe, turn your notifications on, and you'll find out exactly when that video drops, which should be fairly soon. It's just in the editing process at the minute. So yeah, so that should be, well, fairly quick. I'm looking forward to seeing that, actually seeing it firsthand, how because I installed them, the fire suppressor, but I actually want to see what actually happens, so it'll be quite cool. But yeah, so what we'll do, we'll get these little bits, because I've got to turn the power off now, so I need to do it as quickly as possible now. So we'll catch up with you on the other side of this, I think. Right, so we're pretty much all there now. So we've got the 2 drops on, we've got the light on, we've managed to pull that back and drop that in, so there's no joins in that, which is better. It is tight, it's within, like, there's probably about an inch worth of slack there, so it was very tight on that. So we'd like to say we've just done a bit of a square up now. So I changed my mind. Cheers, Jack. Changed my mind on here. So I've turned it to a switch spur. Done it here. I've downgraded the 13 amp supply to a 3 amp, which is more than sufficient for the LED strip lights. We've cleaned the sockets, the old ones up, which, yeah, all right, we don't have to, because it had fridge written on there, but it's actually to power up the chest freezer. So we've got some new labels and stuff which we've put on. Well, we're going to put on, should I say, which are these beauties. So we're going to label that up for them, make that a bit smarter. So I've just done my ZS now, get some nice readings. That's my highest now, so which is brilliant. We've already done my IR and end-to-ends and things like that, which I've already wrote down on the back of the board. So the next bit for me is that they've had the ceiling in the kitchen skimmed. But the problem is the board that's original in the house is right up to the ceiling, or the original ceiling as it is. And now, because they've skimmed it, the board cover was really difficult to get off, so I've had to cut some of the ceiling or the plaster away so I can get that out. But now it's an absolute nightmare trying to get it back in, so I might have to. So I'm gonna have to trim a bit of it, I think, to get it sorted. So I'll go and do that, and then I'll do just a final run through. Right, so that's this all done. I managed to get that board cover on. I've had to chip away some of the plaster, so it actually came out all right. To be honest, in the end, it wasn't too much of a big deal. Right, so yeah, it's just a quick overview. So the sockets both sides now. It's that one there obviously for the running machine. The new strip light's gone in. And it's all nice and neat and tidy. So Jack's been round, had a bit of a square up as well, which is obviously always best to leave it neater than when you first came in. So yeah, so we're pretty much there now. So it all tested out okay, so I've just got to do the certificate for that. So yeah, so if you've enjoyed the video, don't forget to give us a thumbs up, because it all helps. And like I say, make sure you subscribe and tune in for the next one. Cheers guys.